About 8:15. 8:15 on Wednesday. I am still here at the comic shop. I was just told my ride is going to be about 10 minutes late, and I said, "Oh, I should start packing up. I should start getting my stuff together. I should move. I'm going to be a little late, but I can take my time." And then I was like, "I haven't done the live stream." So, let's do a very quick live stream. We'll look at some new comic books, but first let's talk about why I didn't do the live stream. Um, it has been raining pretty heavily, not like crazy heavy, but like not just a drizzle, on and off all day. At around 2 o'clock, it got very heavy, but from 12 to 1:30, there were people in the shop nonstop. Not here for the hot new books, not here for the new single issues, here because they wanted to see what comics we had, or they've been planning on coming and they wanted to come when there were new books because it's Wednesday. That's why they came. So that was kind of like time consuming. I had thought, okay, I finally have time to get people's orders together. I had Joe had an order, my customer Michael Grubb, who reaches out to us via Blue Sky, an order. All these people had orders, and I hadn't had a chance to do them yesterday. My customer Tracy, who used to live around here and moved, had an order. I was like, okay, it's raining, I'll get it done. There are just people in, so I didn't have time. And then I tried to get the orders together, and so it was just a very busy day. Then I had paperwork to do. Tomorrow we are opening late. Tomorrow we are opening at 2 p.m. I might be here a drop earlier, but officially we're opening at 2 p.m. I wanted to get stuff done for that. And then customers, and there were some people who came obviously for the Wednesday new books who came out. I had to provide for them and talk to them about stuff, especially because we have no hold list. People are like, what about my orders for this? And can you get me that? And what's going to happen with this? All part of the ripple effects of everything that's happened at Diamond. So I did not get to show off the new books. Let's look at the new books now. The wall is kind of dark. We have light behind us, but turned off all the lights elsewhere. We've got ongoings: Vampirella 2, Transformers 23, Star Wars 4, Psylocke, New Avengers, Mothra, Krypto, Ryan North's wonderful Krypto, Catwoman, the last issue of the new Bitter Root miniseries, Spider-Man, Superman Unlimited, Imperial #3, Godzilla vs. Marvel 2. So those are all. It's not humongous. I keep saying that we're really cutting down on single issues, and especially on ongoing series, we're really not getting a lot. But then specialty series in #1 are still pretty tremendous. We've got a whole bunch of Ultimate Black Panther, Absolute Flash #6, Absolute Batman #11, the Detective Comics 1100, which has a whole bunch of really great covers, and it's got a special team on it: Mariko Tamaki, Tom Taylor, Greg Rucka, Dan Waters, Miko Zarnin, a whole bunch of amazing people. Venom, Black, White, and Blood, also a whole bunch of amazing people. Dave Michelin, who invented Venom, Ryan North, who we all know I'm a huge fan of, and the great J.M. DeMatteis, who I'm a huge fan of, along with some really wonderful artists telling short Venom stories. TMNT Journeys. This was one of the spin-off comics that they did with the Turtles right before the cartoon hit, drawn by the great Jim Lawson, who would go on to completely adapt this style for the TMNT cartoon comic years later. That's a great #1. The new Shadow Man, there was a huge controversy over this. The new Bloodshot, the writer had put in some really nasty slurs. I have not had a chance to look at it. I don't think there's anything like that with the Shadow Man, but I think that this new Valiant has really lost some points because of that. Resident Alien sequel, the new Resident Alien series, Aliens in the USA. How exciting. This, another Ryan North book. 3 Ryan North books today. Marvel All on One. This is Benjamin J. Grimm, who Ryan has been writing fantastically over in Fantastic Four, but with the great Ed McGuinness doing every page as a spread. Isn't that great? Every single page is a full or 2-page spread. I really enjoy that. I think it's a great book. We got a bunch of it. Justice League spinoff. This is Justice League Red, the people who the Justice League uses to respond to the worst issues. Gargoyles Demona #1. We got Gargoyles Demona 2 a couple of weeks ago. But because of all the distribution mix-up, our Dynamite stuff missed a couple months. So we finally got Demona #1 with a great Mark Spears cover. Event Horizon Dark Descent. There's a lot of excitement over this book. It's a prequel written by the great Christian Ward that takes place before the movie. My girl, G. Willow Wilson. G. Willow Wilson and Gib Malnikov have returned to Marvel. They're Black Cat. All sorts of awesome covers for it. Spider-Gwen's a new one. Stephanie Phillips, who's been writing some of Spider-Gwen's greatest adventures recently, takes over a new ongoing with a whole new costume. Heavy Metal 2, the return of the Heavy Metal. I think we're really getting into the dark now. Heavy Metal 2, some incredible creators on this book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant. Now, I did not realize, this was not solicited very well, in my opinion. I didn't realize that every issue of Mutant Nation was a standalone, showing different characters who are mutants. Great Declan Shalvey cover on this. Declan wrote the main story in here, and Drew Moss drew it. Looks really good. And then, of course, the second issue of Umbrella Academy Plan B. So that's all the new stuff. Like I said, a little dark in here, because I've turned the lights off. I don't want people knocking on the door, but those are all the new books. Now, here's the shop. Nobody took me up on my offer yesterday to please tell me which of the new releases of the 25 new books that came out you wanted to hear more about. So we're not going to do it. I did finally get the N back from my new sign, and I taped these guys down, so these should be up there now permanently for new. People should be able to see that pretty easily, as opposed to my little spinning John Travolta recent arrival. Hopefully those two together will help people. But yeah, all the books up here were new this week. And besides for opening late tomorrow, we also have tremendous restock. We're getting the Absolute Wonder Woman back. We're getting a whole bunch of great Batman stories back that we haven't had for a while because of the mess up over at Penguin Random House. So exciting stuff. Tune in tomorrow to see some of the restock, to hear me talk about why exactly New Frontier is one of the best sellers that we've had. I just had someone come in to buy 2 issues, and they bought the New Frontier trade as well. And he's like, "You're such a good salesman." And I'm like, "No, it's New Frontier." So we'll talk about that tomorrow, why New Frontier is one of the greatest and simplest superhero sells that you can make easily. Until then, remember, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.